Hi, Shannon back from houseimprovements.com, and today I'm going to show you how to remove a toilet. We've got this existing kind of off-colored toilet in this bathroom, and we're going to remove it for our demolition here. So one of the first things we want to do, you don't need very many tools. We basically have a crescent wrench, something to scoop some water. I like some rubber gloves. We need a rag and a large garbage bag. Okay, so to start with, I'm going to turn the water off. Hopefully you'll find on your toilet you've got a valve right here, a shut-off valve. If not, you may have to go down and turn off the main water to the home. Then I'm going to actually flush the toilet as well once the water's been turned off. And this is mostly so I can drain the tank and get as much water out of the toilet as I can. And as well, previously, before we started, I cleaned the toilet, because there's nothing worse than working on a toilet and you basically have your head right here where the business working end of everything is. So, I'm just going to slip on these gloves, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to scoop some of the water out of the bowl that's left in the bowl, because in the process of moving the toilet around, once you've got it free from the floor, some of that water can work its way out of the trap and drip and make a mess. So I'm just going to do a bit of scooping here to just have my bag close by. We're going to actually place the toilet right in the bag as well, which will take care of some of the water and mess that you end up with. So basically just drain it down as far as you can. Maybe hold that lever on the back of the toilet down too to drain as much out of the tank as you could. If you had a shop vac that's a wet-dry vac, if you wanted to, you could bring it in and actually suck the water right out. That'd be a great thing to do. But usually doesn't take long just to scoop a bit of whatever out with a Dixie cup or whatever you got. Maybe you got a red Solo cup left over from your big party the night before or whatever. Anyways, just need something to scoop that out of there. So we've got that drained right down as low as we can. I'm just going to take the top off just so it's not in our way. And there really isn't much water left at all in that tank, so we're going to be good that way. So you can remove the water supply line one of two ways. You can either remove it right down here, right from where it hooks onto the valve or the pipe, or right up here where it hooks onto the tank. I'm going to take it off right at the bottom just because we're not reusing this line either when we rebuild the bathroom. So I'm just simply using a crescent wrench to get that all loose. This toilet has a braided line, which is a little newer style line that you see more often on the toilets now. Yours might have a plastic tube. Regardless, it'll unhook at either end as well. Just a couple more turns here and we should have the water line off. There we go. And I should have explained that there was going to be a bit of water in there. So if you're trying to save your floor or something, just have a rag handy there to soak that up. Usually not quite that much comes out of there. Okay, so we got that free. Now the other thing we need to do is pop off these caps. So you might need a flat bar or something to do that, screwdriver. Pop that cap off on each side. Some toilets may have another bolt up on the side. So if there's a couple different caps there or whatever, then there's likely a bolt under each one. This one just has two bolts. Again, I'm just going to use the crescent wrench. You can see the nut and bolt here. This is what attaches it right to the toilet flange that's in the floor and attached to the main drain plumbing. So just get these all undone. And if you're installing a different toilet, like if you're taking this one off and pitching it, I would recommend that you, well, either way, even if you're reusing this toilet, I would usually use a new bolt and nut and everything. but especially if you're using a new toilet, because it may need to be a different length anyways. You can check out our installing a toilet video to see that process of actually installing a new toilet. So I don't know if you've seen that when I took this one off. If you have a plastic cap on that covers up that bolt, so you pop that cap off, take the nut off, then you're going to find that you have usually a metal type washer and a plastic washer. Take those both off. The plastic washer was just on there for this cap to snap onto. Okay, so that's on. I've got the metal one down here still. For some reason these ones reversed, but usually the metal one's on top. Okay, so we've got that. Now the other thing you may find in some situations is that the toilet has been siliconed or caulked to the flooring. So we're just going to run a knife blade around. A bit of water laying there, so I can soak that up. I wasn't expecting quite so much to be in that supply tube there. I have a feeling that this toilet possibly will find that it had been leaking for a little while, because the floor seems to be kind of indentated here, which indicates that the floor was a little soft, probably from water damage. So just cut that silicone free from the flooring. Now we should be able to lift that toilet up. And like I said, with the garbage bag, I'm going to lift the toilet up. You need a pretty good size bag for this. I'm going to lift the toilet up and try to set the base right into the bag. That way I've kind of got it contained, so if it does want to leak or drip or anything, it doesn't make a mess as we carry it out through the house. Okay, so now to get this off, it usually shouldn't take much of a pull if you've got all the bolts off. I just kind of straddle it, grab on right here at the back side of the seat, just give it a little wiggle, and it should come right up. Set it into the bag, and I'll just pull the bag up around the base. So I'm just going to move this off to the side out of the way a little bit so we can see what you have left behind. Whoops. So what we've got left behind here is, yeah, there's definitely been some rot actually. If I pull that floor up a bit, you'll be able to see. You can see how soft and ugly that floor is. So at some point this toilet was leaking, or something was leaking. So anyways, once you pull your toilet up, what you're going to have left is you're going to have the toilet flange, which is this kind of black ring on the floor. This yellow goopy looking stuff is a, is a wax ring, which makes the actual seal between the toilet and that plastic toilet flange. So then what I do is just have a bag or garbage or something here, scrape that all that old wax off, or as much as you can, into the bag. And then after that, you also pull these bolts out. And the bolts, this is just a slotted hole in that plastic ring. So once you get a hold of them, everything's kind of gooped up here. Come on, here we go. So your rings will pull out. That's just wax stuck all over it there. Pull your bolts out, and even if this toilet's going to not be off that long, I'll usually just take a rag and stuff it down into the hole. You don't want it to fall down in there, but stuff it in there so it's nice and tight, just to block some gases from coming up, because that'll be directly hooked right to your main sewer line. So there's definitely going to be some sewer gas coming up through there, and you don't want that coming back into your house. So so we got that all off. There isn't much more I can show you other than that. So now we're just going to carry that toilet out and discard it. So thanks for watching. Like I said, you can check out our video on installing a new toilet, show you kind of the reverse process. Some toilets will come all pre-assembled when you buy them new, some don't. So we'll kind of show you the difference there. So that's good. Thanks for watching. You can check out our website where you'll find a forum on there. If you have any questions about what I did here or any other project you might have going on, you can post your question up there, and I'll try to get a reply to you as soon as I can. And also check out the YouTube channel where you can find all kinds of other videos that we've got up. Thanks a lot.